Hi, welcome to another The Penumbra Assembly, episode 7. We're glad to have you here. Welcome, viewers. Welcome back, players. It's been like 3 weeks, so glad to see your faces.
Oh,
Yeah, let me get some music going here. Set the mood. Perfect. Okay. All right, so we will start off with the recap from their last episode, episode 6. Let me bring over my microphone a bit. Our adventurers
oops.
finally made it to the Festival of Balance after a short chat with Gujek, Accordia's messenger. He lets them know that unfortunately Zenith has to head back home, but only after one final evening with the crew. At the festival, things are topsy-turvy, with an odd talent show and strange music, but with the typical festival activities such as games of chance and plenty of eating. After a spirited game of tug-of-war, everyone quiets down as Lady Lyra makes her entrance, the ruler of Amakir. The feast begins and the party secures seats close to Lyra, ready to get answers. Just as the conversation heats up, however, she calls for a dance. Draxlin seizing the moment to have a one-on-one with Lyra. A surprise large crocodile attack sends the festival into a tailspin. Our adventurers are able to assist some interesting warforged, securing the creatures for Lady Lyra. However, just as things seem to be calming down, the city above reappears, this time bringing some visitors. Sir Quintapesh. And Lady Lyra does not seem happy to see him. And that's our recap from our last episode. Um, yeah, so just to give Overoth, I will never hear the end of Warforged. Just to give you a little scene setting here. Y'all had just kind of wrapped up with almost literally wrapped up the crocodiles with the Warforged and the tiefling that seemed to be kind of leading them. The Warforged seemed to be able to, or seemed pretty persistent on taking the large crocodiles inside the estate. The tiefling kind of saying, no, we can handle this. Just as you were kind of regrouping after that kind of random incident with these, it's like 2 or 3 crocodiles, I think, that came up. I think 2 that came up and kind of disrupted the party as you're kind of regrouping. And you kind of notice that some of the partygoers have kind of reconvened, persistent on keeping the festival going. And it seems like, that they're getting things going into the night because it is nighttime outside. You can see the lanterns and the different lights of the festival. There was that huge ship that was lit up in the canal. And just as you were kind of, coming down from the excitement, and Lady Lyra was thanking you. The whisper popped out from the crowd, from a couple of stalls, seemingly intent on kind of letting Lady Lyra know something. The guards seem to kind of advance towards the whisper, just as the city appeared right up above, as I said in the recap. A tabaxi came down first in a basket, but with him, or after him, Quintapesh comes down, introduces himself as so. Lady Lyra storms off towards the estate, following the Warforged and the Tieflings who kind of went ahead. Yeah, and I think that Quinn kind of turned to the rest of you and was like, well, who are you? Kind of stepping out of the basket that seems to be suspended from the city above. A few of the partygoers that had kind of started getting back together, a few of them kind of dispersed, but you still have some of them still intent on keeping it going. So you hear some festival sounds in the background, music kind of starting to die down. some festival stalls being torn down in the process. The tabaxi kind of stands off to the side, and Quinn kind of steps out from the basket, kind of rolling up one of his sleeves, just to give you another kind of visual of him. He has this kind of aqua-colored skin, with these kind of gold markings all over. His hair is kind of a reddish brown, kind of pulled back into a high bun. And wearing very colorful clothing that is probably kind of unexpected, kind of a green, almost like sweater with these kind of mustard colored pants. Very colorful. Rolls up a sleeve. Are you, you don't look familiar, but I'm not really sure if new people have been coming more recently to,
Oh, hello. I'm Yava Marigold Dancer. Have you met my mother, Magrid?
Have I what?
Have you met my mother, Magrid? Maybe you've heard of her. She's quite famous.
Where is she famous at?
Everywhere, I'm sure.
In the material plane?
I would assume at this point that her fame has spread. I'm sorry. Yes, the material plane.
Oh, I don't think I've had the pleasure. What does she do?
Oh, she's quite the famous druid. She helps a lot of people, studies the stars, studies sometimes different planes.
Wow. Well, that sounds interesting.
Doesn't it?
It does. I find the stars quite fascinating.
So do I, although yours are a little, well, I mean, they're nice. Your sky is quite nice, I suppose.
Yes, who are you all again?
I'll look at Drexel. Yeah, sorry, good.
First, before I just want to make a quick observation. How are the guards reacting to Quinn?
The guards, there were a few guards that retreated that kind of went with Lady Lyra when she kind of stormed off back to the estate. I keep wanting to say castle because it sounds a lot cooler. Stormed off towards the castle. When she stormed off towards the estate, if you went with her, there are still 3. And actually, Justice, make a perception check. Anyone who wants, Joe. Regarding the guards.
18.
Okay.
13.
Okay.
Natural 20 for 28.
Wow.
Mm.
I'm done.
Okay.
Hard to follow that up with a 15.
Yeah. What did you roll again, Joe?
18.
18.
Nice.
And you, Drexlin, was like, what did you roll again? 15?
13.
13. So I would say Joe and especially Yavani, you would see as you look around, like you, Drexlin, since you're the one that asked, I'd say you noticed that some of the guards kind of went back. There are a few less guards here. They don't seem to be alarmed by Quinn. I mean, a little bit, they kind of looked at first when he first landed and that commotion was kind of happening, but they seemed kind of torn on what that they're focusing on. Yavani and Joe, you would notice that a couple of the guards seem to be kind of looking around different stalls there. And also you would notice that the Whisper, you don't see her.
Does it look like they're looking for someone, maybe, if I were to put those two facts together?
I would say so, yes.
Yeah. No. Okay.
And you would kind of probably see that too, Yavani, that looks like they're looking for something or someone.
Oh. Interesting.
I'll keep that to myself for now while we're in company, but I'll relay that subtly afterwards, I suppose.
Okay.
Yavani, having just spoken to, I think it was Quinn, is now gonna partially turn his body and just observe the guards with great interest, completely kind of tuning out the ongoing "who are you" conversation, or apparently doing so.
As you turn towards the guards, Yavani, you notice that as Quinn is kind of interrogating the group, that friendly, interrogating the group, that as you turn towards the guards, you see the Whisper dash out from behind one of the stalls and going towards the canal and the bridges going off into the outer rings. As she does so, a couple of the guards will, and all of you would hear this and probably look to see this. You would hear, "Stop! Get her!" And they start chasing after the Whisper, going towards the bridge, trying to escape the estate area.
I'm not going to stop and get her. I will watch.
Okay.
Giovanni is watching like he's a fan at a sporting contest. He's like,
Quinn will kind of look around everyone and be like, "Oh, looks like there's trouble, huh?"
Yes, it seems like they are chasing after someone. Indeed.
You would see, all of you would kind of notice with these heavy footsteps. Make it her name again. Oh, Calvary, the guard that interrogated you earlier at the tavern, and who also talked to you earlier at the festival, will kind of stomp by and stop close to the group, to where you're standing, and kind of point the guards across the bridge, towards the canals. "Get her! Make sure you go!" And kind of tells two other guards to leave as well and to go after. "I want her found." Immediately, she turns to the group of you. "Do you
go ahead.
know anything about this? Did you have something to do with it?"
Do with your
What,
guard.
the alligator? The alligators? No.
No, the person that was trying to upset Lady Amigir.
No, did you?
Do you think she was behind the alligator attack?
Could be, I suppose.
Mm.
Huh.
What a devious tactic to use to upset someone.
yeah, how odd that somebody would upset people. That's weird, isn't it? Oh, she's getting away.
Oh, you better go catch.
She could really dodge.
That's
Would be
why-
what the expression egg on head if you did not do it.
That's why I sent 5 guards after her. So I don't have to do it myself. So I can stand here and see what you all had to do with it. She immediately stops and kind of almost like realizes something and will turn to Quinn and give it like a half bow. "Sir Tepesh, it's good to see you well." "Yes, Kilry. Agreed." He just kind of like smirks and kind of looks at the rest of you like,
We're here, of course. We're having a bit of an audience with the Queen and getting set up to help in any way we can and need backup.
Are you
We're just
telling
here.
Calry this or Quinn?
Tepesh.
Tepesh, okay. As you're trying to talk to Tepesh, the guard Calry will kind of step almost not really directly in between you and Tepesh, but will just kind of like into your periphery. So you had nothing to do with any of this.
No, in
I
fact,
think it was pretty clear. We stopped the alligator. Like, it would be weird for us to set up alligator attack just to stop alligator.
Unless you were wanting to seem like the hero.
That's a very roundabout way of doing it. I mean, honestly, why is something more convenient than alligator? It's hard to find alligators here. I don't know where I would do that.
Yes, the giant ones, nonetheless.
Probably just in the forest.
See, you know more about alligators than me. How do I know you're not behind
Interesting.
alligator attack?
Yes.
I didn't have anything to do with the alligator attack.
I see just as much reason to suspect you as to suspect me, frankly.
Well, you're not the one that is in the position for suspecting, are you?
Oh, she's on the roof, I think. Oh.
Tumble and leap.
Looks like she just dodged one of your men so hard his ankles broke.
Two of them just stood there as she ran by.
Doesn't even look towards the group, just continues to kind of look from individually from one to the other.
I'm sorry, I do not mean to make light. I understand your city has had much danger from animals recently. We've been looking into this ourselves. It sounds as if there's some sort of disturbance where they're coming from in the forest. Perhaps we could help you investigate this.
What would make you think that that was something that I would want?
So you do want...
They do. You know, Joe, they do have a point. The guards weren't helping. So why would we think the guards would want to help with the animals?
Very true.
That's a good one, guard person. Yeah, that's smart.
Perhaps it is my naivete, but I thought it was guard job to make sure city not under attack. Prevent that sort of thing.
Well, it's hard to do that when you have new riffraff coming in.
We have been negative on number of animal attacks here. So far, we have prevented 2 attacks, and we have caused none attack.
How convenient.
Yes, it is very convenient for the people of the city. That at least some people here are attempting to make there be less alligators attacking them.
She'll turn to
quite all right.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, as sort of almost as this is going on, Draxon would have went over to a table, picked up a napkin, a table napkin and some water, is washing the food off his hands, and sort of as he's walking towards Quinn, sort of toss the napkins towards Hillary and at her feet, and just sort of ignore her and walk towards Quinn and introduce himself as Drexen Moravu, just as haven't been properly introduced, and this is the first we've seen of you. We've been sent by our employer here to seek out some artifacts, and we're meeting with Lady Amick here about that at this wonderful festival and dinner, when these alligators showed up. I'm sorry, go ahead, Travis. And we assisted in at Lady Amick here's request, I might add. Although we're not against non-hostile means of making sure that these animals who are somehow being affected by what we have no idea to venture into the city. We just wanted to take care of the situation for Lady Amick here.
Make a persuasion check.
Sure.
Calvary will speak up while you're doing that.
Check. I'm sorry. That was
check. Persuasion check. Persuasion check.
Yeah, 5.
Okay. Calvary would have kind of almost interrupted you while you were speaking and be like, well, it wasn't a scheduled meeting, Sir Tepesh. They kind of forced themselves into the festival. Not by brute force, I mean, but...
Yes, I think it is festival. No inputs required.
Yes, but no one... Lady Amick rarely makes appearances, and people usually know to leave her alone. And they were not. She says that directly to Tepesh, and Tepesh will kind of look at y'all and kind of look at looks at him and looks at Kelry. What are you getting at, Kelry? Cowrie will kind of straighten up and kind of almost in a soldier like rigidness. And what I'm saying is, Sir Tepesh, is that you should not trust these individuals. I believe that there have been only an increased number of attacks, increased number of issues in the city since they have gotten here, not but 2 days ago. And I tried to speak to them rationally last night at the tavern, and they were nothing but defensive and slightly belligerent.
My insight to Pesha's reaction to this guard.
Sure.
Are they like, oh, this idiot, or anything like that?
I mean, physically, I'd be able to
Like,
say that you could, he kind of has like a slight smirk on his face, but yeah, you can try to read into it more.
So that's just a +3, 19.
Okay, that's still good. He definitely after Cowrie kind of started what she was saying, and he kind of looked at all of you. You could definitely sense kind of a sudden kind of change in from curiosity to slight suspiciousness. But also you can tell Dakos that he doesn't fully he's not, he's taking Cowrie's words a little bit seriously, but also with a little bit of chagrin. But there is still, you'll see him kind of glance at you and a couple of the others while she's talking, and there is a little bit of a suspiciousness there. Just a slight change from when he first met you of who are these new people? To who are these new people?
Okay. Thank you.
Cowrie will kind of, well, if you don't mind, looks at the rest of you. Sir Tepesh, I will ask that I'm going to go and check on my guards and make sure they're doing their job. Understood, Cowrie, and thank you for the advice. Yes. And she'll kind of just look at each of you and turn and leave.
Yeva doesn't even notice. He's still trying to see if he can spot the chase.
Oh, okay. Make a you rolled pretty high earlier, so I'll say that you were able, and you've kind of kept an eye on them this entire time. So you were able to kind of see them kind of after they got over the bridge, a couple of them would kind of split up, and you would catch sight of maybe the whisper maybe 1 or 2 times before it seems like that they kind of just disappear into the darkness, and you hear a guard being where'd she go?
Okay. I mean, I'm still got my back to the conversation, and I'm kind of ignoring them, but okay cool.
And so, after Cowrie kind of steps over the bridge, go ahead, Drexlan.
I was just going to say, the Cowrie is the one leaving. Quinn is still here. Did Quinn walk away as well?
No, Quinn's still here. He's just standing there. And then after Cowrie kind of, starts going over the bridge and kind of picks up her pace with one last probably look over her shoulder at the group. Quinn will kind of turn to the rest of you. You really pissed her off, I think.
I'm rubbing my eye at her
I know. I've never been made to feel so suspicious for stopping attack on festival. I don't understand, I think. Maybe cultural difference?
I don't know. It kind of turns to the tabaxi. Could you just kind of make sure that everything's okay with the damage and everything? Yeah, I can do that. Thank you, Wicca. And well, he'll kind of turn to the rest of you. Well, I guess I could invite you to Nathar. If you want, I can talk to you here. I don't like to... I would rather kind of get back pretty quickly, because if it disappears, I don't know if we can. Kind of looks
Oh.
to a mage who's standing in the basket as well, and it's like,
Mhm.
I'm not really sure if I can get back until it appears again. It's just all kind of strange and weird. So I probably should go. It's been a fascinating conversation. You can come back. You can come to the city with me, or stay here. I just warn you, if you go up, then or down, that you might be there for a bit until there's another.
How often
Sounds-
does happen, do you think?
It's been happening more recent. I mean, there was the first time. What was it? Maybe 3 weeks ago, I think, and then it's happened maybe about 5 times since then, I think.
I think eventually we will definitely want to pay visit, but well, I don't want to speak for any of my companions. It seems like there is plenty of strangeness happening here.
Okay.
We did promise the queen we'd look into the animals and such, so we really should take care of that first.
Yeah, we have an item or two to but
I'm just throwing out like we promised the queen.
might I ask your reason for your arrival at this point in time?
He's kind of concentrating on Drexlin, right? What do you mean? You're
Just
meeting?
seems very sudden. Oh no, why you suddenly
No, I'm talking to.
descended?
And he
Oh.
points to Drexlin. You
I'm
said
Drexel.
meeting. I'm sorry, Dakos. He points at Dakos. Did you had your meeting with Lady Amicare?
Sorry, see, turning toward me or still
Yeah.
talking to Drexel?
No, he's talking to you, Dakos.
Oh, yes, not our official meeting, but when all hell broke loose with those giant crocodiles, and she seems so fond of them, we helped out, and then we were just talking briefly about some of the items of the oddity, danger about the city, guards not doing their jobs, and even here at the party, but elsewhere in the town, and said we'd be happy to look into it. Of course, Yo here has had quite an interest in this and been sleuthing about the town to
I am fond of animals, and I do not wish for them to be in danger or to endanger people.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't say that I'm too familiar with. I mean, I've heard from people that the animals had become a problem here, but it was kind of after I left, so I don't really know too much about it.
How may we find you when we're next time this city appears? Is there a simple way to whoop up there? I mean, I can fly. If I were to fly up, would I end up in the city above?
Most of us cannot fly.
Is there a direct way up?
Well, I mean, but it disappears. Give me a second. He'll kind of turn back to the mage that's kind of was standing in the basket, kind of waiting for him. And he's not being quiet about this, like hushed or anything. Is there any way that you can? Do you think that there's any way that we can get back if I stay and have a chat, or I don't know, sir. I mean, it'd be a gamble. I mean, we could just try to get back. I mean, Wicca's already going to mist. Probably, it kind of looks up and you can kind of see it kind of starting to fade. And a few crumbles kind of fall onto the city. Like you see kind of Quinn kind of wince. Teleportation circle. I can try. We have one at the estate. So it kind of turns the rest of you. Tell you what, I'll hang out.
Oh.
Oh, appreciate that.
We will also hang out.
Delightful.
I kind of turns to the mage. I guess I'll exit the basket. Looks up and it starts to kind of fade out. Yes, I think that's probably the best. I did. I
Oh.
want to step away.
Oh.
And the basket kind of disappears with the city.
Oh, well. Oh, goodbye. Well, that's odd.
This is a strange place.
Yes.
Mhm.
Well, it
But
looks
how
like
fortunate for you! You've met us!
Yes. I just want to kind of. I mean, I think that you're probably right, or I mean, is Amicure getting more visitors nowadays? Is there a new program that Lord Calum set up, or
Not that I know of.
okay?
We just happened across.
You are asking, I think, the wrong people to know
Yes.
what is going on here. We are trying to figure that out ourselves.
People that I could ask are probably not people who want to talk to me. So
Hey, we are very
Oh.
similar in that regard, it seems.
Yes. Well, we do
Yes.
know quite a delightful place to eat. Yes. Perhaps we are you peckish?
always. I'm sorry. What is your name? And looks at you, Drexlin.
Drexlin, Morvex.
Okay. You were asking me something earlier, and I completely got sidetracked.
Just what was the occasion for your? Were you coming down for the festival, or?
No, I was coming down because I heard the commotion, and I just so happened to be outside amongst the city at the time, and thought this is probably not good. So I wanted to come down to apologize to Lady Amicare, but you can see that didn't go well. It went about as well as I expected, honestly. But
Oh, sorry to hear that you're not having better relations there.
it's
How long have you been having issues with your city there? I've come to understand. We've come to understand that there's been some odd going on, especially with the wildlife. Maybe the two are related.
well, I mean, what? I think the first time was like 3 or 4 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, I think. If I remember correctly. Yeah, just kind of stopped working. That's the way
Oh,
it is,
dear.
right? Warranty runs out, and things just kind of fall apart after that. Relationships ended
Quite
things.
literally.
Anyways, so yes, I don't know if the animal stuff happened around the same time. I just said, like, I've had people that I've talked to that kind of come down here occasionally, but like since the whole appearance thing, but I don't know. Oh, yes, we can definitely turn to us, mage. We can use the teleportation circles. What were we thinking? We have used them for the people. Oh, you're right. Okay, then no worries. I'll just stay with you and until you're done.
And your name? I'll look over to the mage.
Carl.
Oh, Carl! What a delightful,
Carl the mage.
exotic name.
Thanks. It's a family name.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely. Will you be joining us for dinner?
Father's. I'm actually Carl Jr.
Your father's mother. Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Lovely. Well, I'm sure. What was that name of that restaurant? Was it Merva?
No, Merva was a character.
Merva worked at.
I know Merva met you there.
Yes. What was the name of that restaurant?
Restaurant. I don't know. Can y'all remember?
I remember where it is, and that's what's important. Shall we go? Or
did you want to make a either a history or intelligence check, Dakos, to see if you can remember, to see if the DM will feed you information.
Nice. Probably not. That's an 8.
Yeah, you just can't think of it. You do remember that there were a lot of barrels.
The place with the barrels, yes. If any of you remember, I'd love to. I mean, the food was quite.
Quinn. If I talk, it's probably mostly for Quinn and not for the mage. The mage is only just there.
Okay.
Yes. I think you're talking about the Herald, right?
The Herald. That must be it. I have no idea, but I'm just saying that, you know. Yes, of course.
Yeah. I know the place. Yeah, we can go there.
Lovely.
I'm
But
sure
we'll just take a wine glass off the table.
Places
Yes,
used to stay open a little bit later on festival nights. You can hear some people, as he mentions that, some like people still trying to kind of keep the party going. Like, you know, a few.
Oh,
like,
that's so sad. It's done. If anyone wishes to join us at the Herald, we'll keep the party going properly. I'll just shout across the crowd.
You'll see someone like raise like a mug and like almost like fall backwards as they're hey!
Perfect friend.
And you'll see a couple people like getting their stuff like ready to go.
Nice. To the after party.
Okay. Oh, I haven't been to an after party in a while, so let's go.
Your treat. That's lovely.
Oh, absolutely. I think we got looks at Carl. We got yes, we do. We're good.
You're so kind. I'll just go.
Okay. All right.
Unless anyone else is.
Anyone else want to do anything while you're around?
Hey guys, the city's gone.
Oh.
Yeva turns and like faces everyone.
Yeah. Hello, Yava. Good evening.
Quinn will check.
I'm sorry. I've said something out of place, haven't I? I'm sorry. Please.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
No, absolutely not. I'm Quinn, and you are.
Oh, I'm Ivani Marigold Dancer. Perhaps you've heard of my mother, Margaret Marigold Dancer.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I'm so sorry. I forgot that we'd already had this conversation.
So you have heard of her. That's excellent.
Yes.
Technically, yes.
I would love to talk to your mother.
So would I. I haven't seen her in 15, 20 years.
Well, then, I think it's time to go. Drexel, did you have something you were going to do?
I was just going to ask real quick, is the I forget what the nature of the person that was controlling the Warforged?
That was the tiefling. Tiefling?
Yeah, are they with it? Is it the tiefling within 30 feet of me?
Oh, the tiefling went into the estate with the
Warforged
so they're
and gone.
The crocodiles.
They're gone. Yeah. Okay. All right, no problem then. All right, I'll just follow the group then.
Okay. All right.
As we head towards the Herald, Lev would kind of like to hang back a little bit and kind of discreetly cast Sending.
Okay.
To the Whisper.
Okay.
And say 5 guards plus what was her name again? Kelry. Did you manage to slip them all? You can reply to this message after the beep.
Hey. Yes. I think I made it safely somewhere. Think I can get home from here. Thank you. Keep an eye out.
And with that, Level kind of try to catch back up with everybody hurriedly.
Okay. Yeah, streets are you can get a Quinn will pay for the boat to get over to the area with where the Herald is. And canals are oddly busy for this time of night, but it seems like people are kind of have taken the party, to like their boats and stuff and are just kind of like cruising on the canals post festival. But the streets themselves aren't really that crowded. You do get to the Herald safely. and Quinn will. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, just want to say I'm inviting everyone I see in a boat to the same place for the after party.
Great. I would say Quinn would probably stop because you'd have to kind of park the boat, and I think it's kind of inward a bit as far as from the canal into the square, the block. Quinn would probably stop somewhere and get like something to drink because there are some kind of like kind of bars that kind of have windows to where you can get some drinks and kind of walk with them on the streets. So he'll get a drink kind of pre getting to the Herald as like, just kind of loosen up, and you'll have a few, let's see here. Yeah, you have quite a few people that will kind of like, okay, like to you, Dacos, of like, got you, like,
See that.
Do you tell them where? Did you tell them the Herald?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you get to the Herald, fine. It's a little busy, yeah, surprisingly, but also, you were it seems about right, with the bars and stuff that you passed, and that, that the shops are closed down, but it seems like people have kind of moved to the bars and the taverns and the restaurants post-festival. Well, find a table. Do you prefer amidst everything or kind of a quiet booth in the corner?
We're here. I walk in behind the rest of the party. Just super excited.
Okay. I will say that you probably notice some guards here. Not guarding the place, but sitting down to eat. There's a couple of tables of them, kind of off to the side. I'd say that when you say that, Dacos, like, you have a few people that cheer. They, of course, do not.
I'm going to tell the barkeep that I'm going to pay their food and drink for the night, the guards. Everyone here.
Okay.
Because we have so much money.
Okay. So you'll find a table. Server will come by and kind of take your drinks and your food orders. But we'll probably kind of who was it that paid for the table, the two tables over there?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, I just want to tell you that they declined. So.
They're lost. Listen, I'd like to pay for everyone the rest of the evening. So please, when they know, just point over to me and that group right there. They've taken care of you for tonight. Enjoy.
Okay.
Here's I don't know. I'll give like 20 platinum. It's like 200 gold. That should feed like more than everyone. But
she'll kind of lean in, like, okay, just so I'm understanding correctly. You want to pay for everyone here in the restaurant?
Oh, there'll be more coming. Yes, as well. I brought you plenty of business tonight.
Okay. Thank you. She'll take the platinum. I'll put this down.
Yes. The name's Dacos. Just Dacos and crew. I'm looking out for you.
Wonderful. I'm Claire. If you need anything, I'm around.
Pleasure, Claire.
I'll go and let them know.
Well, perhaps I'll see you around then.
And she'll turn and kind of like quickly kind of scamper towards like the barkeep and a couple of their like servers and whisper to them, and they all are just kind of like, oh crap, like, and they start like running towards the bar, like to try and like ready everything, it seems like,
nice.
And prepare for more business. Quinn kind of looks around. Group of you certainly know how to get a party going.
Yes.
And you
Drexlingham, the party master.
I'd say without even rolling that you're able to notice that people are definitely, there's some people, especially the ones close to your table, are definitely noticing who's sitting with you.
Okay.
Quinn.
Nice. Oh, beautiful. We're trying to like Stardew Valley, like buy some affection here for, for townspeople.
And so Quinn, every little bit, like someone will like pass by the table and be like, and like give it like a little bow, like, oh no, no. And Quinn will be like, no. Enjoy your evening. Oh, I'm not really sure what this even is, right? So
An after party.
my first question is, I guess, why?
Why?
Why
Well-
are we paying for all of the drinks, or why are we here?
So step into my shoes for a moment.
I don't think they would.
They are fine shoe.
Look up here.
So you so pretend you're in my shoes for a moment, and
Yes.
I'm no longer. I mean, I don't really live in this specific kingdom and this specific city anymore. I'm in my own. Anyways, so, but there are definitely things and people that I care about here, and I come back amongst chaos, and the group of you are standing there, and you don't seem the source of the chaos, but I'm not really sure what to make of you.
How long have you been away? Out of curiosity.
I think it's been 5 years now.
A lot can happen in 5 years. I will
Hmm.
say, we don't know very well what is going on here either, but it sounds as if it has not started just when we came, which was, what, 2 days ago? 3 days ago?
Well, you say not a lot can change in 5 years, but it seems to me that, other than the animals, yes, that nothing has changed except for you.
The cities, did they always crash into each other as this?
Well, no, that too. I'll give you that. That too is
Were the animals always a problem?
strange. Oh no, I don't know where that came from. That was kind of after I left.
Oh. I think those things started a bit before. We've been here a day, I would say. About 24 hours now.
Not very long at all.
Yeah.
So you were sent here for a thing, right? An artifact, you said?
Just
Yeah.
to the grandson.
Yes,
What-
our benefactors, employers.
What is this artifact?
We're told it's a ledger of some sort of historical imports, at least to them. You never know with these historical societies.
That's all you were told, that it's just a ledger that's historically important. That could be so many things.
Indeed.
Trust
That's
me, you're telling us. We told
Yeah.
the person who sent us here, like, hey, that's pretty vague, but he's paying us anyway, so here we are.
You have
Yes.
no other information.
There's things written in it.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
part of why we're here too is to learn about the place, better understand what the society is here. Unfortunately, it seems that things are not going quite well for the citizens. So.
Looks around. They seem okay.
On the surface.
You've heard a lot of people talking about how things seem to be getting weird. We heard some people talking about how they did not feel like they were able to leave. These are things that are concerning to me personally.
Yes. Made to stay here, made near impossible to leave. Old women attacked by schools of fish. Quite a bit going on, really.
Well, I know that there was a process that people had to go through before I left, that I, anyways.
No, what do you mean by a
Feel it.
process? Do you mean like you sign some papers and then you just leave, or do you mean like you sign papers and then more papers and then you never leave?
There was a ledger, I believe, a ledger that they had to sign once we had so many people that wanted to leave, which wasn't. We didn't really have that many people. I mean, people were maybe in the 5 years that I was co-ruling Amicare, it was probably maybe 20.
We've been told fewer than 6 people have left since the inception of this plane.
I don't think that's right. I mean,
Do you think they actually left, or do you think they just got permission to leave and disappear?
I mean, I guess I never saw them leave. No, I think the first person that left, it was a bit of a, I mean, it was like, oh, the first person leaving, and it was a bit of a to-do, but then the next person left, and it was like, okay. But I know.
You seem like an important person. Where do you stand on freedom?
Let's lean back into.
I believe that people should have it.
Yeah, okay, me too. And I guess you can understand our concern if we're hearing that people aren't free to come and go. That would worry us. And
I agree.
I would hope that would worry you too. Excellent.
I was under the impression when I was co-ruling here that people were, I think it was like maybe 10 signatures, 10 people, and then we'd be like, okay, let's send these people back. So there might be a bit of a waiting period, maybe of a month or two for some. But,
Carl, have you ever sent anybody back?
Yes. Well, Carl has been. He's mostly talking about up in my city, Nathor. That am I spelling that? Am I saying that right, Stephanie? Yes, up in Nathor. That we do send people back to the material plane.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, good.
Thank you very much, Carl. I really appreciate that you do that.
But we haven't. I mean, Carl, it's been, what, 5? It hasn't been that many.
I do an insight check to see, like, if he's genuine about, what's all this?
Oh, yeah, sure. That's fine.
All right, it's 12 plus 15.
Yeah, he seems, it's about middle ground. He seems genuine. He doesn't seem like he's trying to hide anything.
Who might be sitting next to me? I want to whisper to whoever is on either side of me.
Not Yava. Wait. I take that back. We danced earlier, didn't we?
Yeah, we had
Then you know what? Yava will be beside you.
Oh, yeah.
But somebody on this side too, if you want to go that way.
I'll lean to Yava first. Do you feel that we should share the whole something's clearly strange with the Queen sort of vibe with him? I'm not very insightful, but it does seem to be genuine. Maybe he cares still?
Oh, I think so.
Oh.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And also remember your thing, Dakos. Like, you didn't pick up on any lying, which is something that you can do.
Oh, right. Okay. He's not lying, so.
Well then, wow, what changed? Interesting.
Right. If we had their help, perhaps would bypass, some of the other more trivial guards and such that are giving us trouble and helping Lady Amicare.
Yeah, but just kind of nods.
Okay. Sorry, Tibesha. Please forgive me. I'm just
fine.
Consulting.
Food comes and is being dispersed as well as the drink.
Okay. I'm just gonna write a little message on a note and pass it, to our friends, and I'll go over to like yell on the other side of the table, and it's just
Okay.
gonna say he's telling the truth. Should we share that something's bonkers with Amric here?
Yo will just nod. Not even in like a really subtle like way. He'll just literally read the note and be like,
Nice, awesome. I'll nudge like to Drexel, like pass it to you.
But Drexen will use his psionic mind to just mentally inject into your.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
I think we'll get there gently. Let's maybe take a circuitous route, not might scare him off with direct and justify Killery's suspicions if we're too direct.
Right. Well, I'll follow your lead, Drexel. And I'll scoot your note over to Bev too, so they can see it. And I'll zip it for now.
Drexel will address Quinn and ask, just speaking of leaving, I understand we've caused quite a commotion by our arrival. Have many people besides us in the past 10 years, besides the people who started this area and the city, arrived here?
No.
So in 10 years, we're the first?
No, you're not the first. I mean, there have been people sent by, in the first couple of years. I think Lord Calum found a few different families to send in. But besides that, other than the occasional people for Lord Calum, not really. I mean, we don't really get visitors. I guess, neither of us do.
So, and what I'm wondering here is, and this may be very, I apologize in advance if this is very inappropriate, but our arrival here, this is certainly a wonderful place and wondrous in a lot of ways. Why would you? I mean, were you originally from the our plane,
Yes.
the material plane?
Yes.
It seems to me that a lot of trouble and effort has gone into creating your other city, Nather.
Yes.
Why would you
sure.
go to that trouble when? I mean, if you don't want to be here anymore, why don't you just return to the material plane?
What gave you the impression I didn't want to be here?
Well, in this city proper, you certainly don't want to. I mean, you've created a whole nother plane of existence to be.
Kind of looks at Carl and looks back. Did someone tell you that I did it?
It's generally that's the impression we've gotten. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, Carl kind of
Are we? I apologize if we're
looks
misinformed.
away like not my dog. Not my fight.
not personally did it, but maybe with the driving force.
Yes, that you had a breakup, and that you said, "Well, I'm leaving. I'm going to make my own plane," and sort of stormed off to it.
Yes, not those words exactly, but yes.
Carl just kind of sips like some beer, some ale.
Is not the case?
Quinn kind of is looking very amused.
Please share.
This is interesting. No, but I guess right. kind of turning to Carl and kind of talking to you and like the group and Carl. I mean, I guess that she would make up her own reasoning, right? I mean, make it sound like it's my fault.
Your fault for what? The city?
Oh, yeah. Look, so we had a slight disagreement. Well, a disagreement. I won't belittle it. And I was told to leave. And she had mages create the plane and told me that I could either just leave, or head up there.
Who told you? The Lady Amakir.
Yes.
Oh, the fuck off treatment?
No, it's
That's
something
terrible.
entirely different. Yeah.
What?
So,
And she told you this personally?
yes. Yes. Very personally. So, I we'll look at it this way. I came into this with an agreement.
With whom?
Oh, with Lady Amakir. I came into Amakir with Lyra with an agreement of ruling together, and I plan to stick by that agreement. And if that means, I mean, I could have left, sure. I could have went back to the material plane, but
So by staying, again, I apologize. I take it, I get the sense you are still fond of her and want to be near her.
Drexland, that's rude.
I apologize.
no,
I
it's
just-
it's a question. You're trying to understand things. I get it. I kind of want different things, I think. I wanted to leave. I did. I talked to Lyra. Wanted to leave Amakir to go back to the material plane she had proven herself, right? She had proven herself that she could rule, and she did it well. And I think in ways she probably still does it well. But I wanted to go, and she wanted to stay. And she looked at it as me wanting to abandon what we had built, the things that we had done. I looked at it as starting a new life outside of the demiplane. Back where things were, familiar. And she got upset. And things fell apart from there.
You were told that this. Oh, please go ahead. You know, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just had a very. I don't know if it's a question or an idea, but you wanted to go back to the material plane, and we're trying to figure out if anybody can go back to the material plane, and they could have just sent you back, but they made a whole new plane instead, and that sounds like I mean, I don't know how much work it is to make a demi-plane, but it sounds like a lot of work. And it makes me wonder if maybe it's impossible to send you back to the material plane or anybody else. I mean, that's kind of scary, but...
Well, I mean, we've sent people back. I think Carl mentioned, 5 that we've sent back from there,
but maybe not from here.
Yes.
Is it impossible from here? Is that why you weren't sent back?
I don't think so. It was never told to me that it was impossible.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's
just It was just a thought. I'm sorry. We can go back to what we were talking about. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
We've been told that those that were, when the split took place, or whatever the argument was, and you said, I'm out, which clearly it's been clarified, thank you. We were told that those that were like-minded to whatever this argument was, went with you to the new plane. Does that mean that those that exist in your plane also wish to return to the prime?
No, it was more. It was a choice, right? In any rulers who rule to a couple that rules together, you always have people that favor one over the other. Me and Lyra, we worked well together, but we both had different ideas about things, and some people agreed more with me, some people agreed more with her. We always came to an agreement, but when it came to when she created the demi-plane, because I think you mentioned, why didn't she just send me back? This might be wishful thinking, but I think that in a way that she didn't want me completely gone, you know? She wanted me within reach, but not out of the plane altogether. Well, I'm kind of out of the plane, but not back onto the material plane where it seems farther away than being in a different demi-plane.
It's good to hope, isn't it?
Of course, I'm sure you're right.
Reassuring. Yeah, of course.
I'll just push another drink over.
What was he talking about? He was talking about the people. But when she, anyways, I got sidetracked. When she created the demi-plane and said go, she, well, in Lyra fashion, she made a spectacle of it and kind of made it an announcement, called the city to, where I was down in the basket, and the common.
Oh, you were lifted out. Oh no.
No. I mean, in that area. That's where we used to call the city together.
She put you on a basket
for city meetings. And he's still riding in the basket today.
To put you in a basket?
No, well,
terrible,
to send me to the other plane, and so she made a duplicate, I think, of this plane. Had the mages do it anyways, not her. She hates magic. Had she doesn't like doing magic herself. She doesn't like, other people doing magic, whatever. She doesn't like. Anyways, created a duplicate plane with her mages did. Very great, powerful mages that Lord Caleb gathered for her, and said to the city, if anyone wants to go, now's your chance. And had her mages kind of zoop us.
Is there a term for the opposite of ghosting? I feel like that would fit here quite well.
What's ghosting?
Oh, it's a terrible practice. You completely disappear from one's life and don't respond, and so you're a ghost.
Oh, I thought that was what you did, was ghosting. When you, I won't say it in public, but you have friends. Yes.
Sometimes I draw people's souls out, and other times I speak with ghosts. But that can also be ghosting.
Well, I'm sure that's great table conversation.
Yes.
Drexel will sort of lean in at the table and make sure it's in a lower tone, and say to Quinn, she was quite distracted at the dinner. And I definitely got the impression that she is fearful of something that is going on.
Yes, I don't know. I haven't. She doesn't. I haven't really. That's been the first time I've talked to her in not in the 5 years, but in a bit. It's been maybe a couple of months, maybe well, no longer than that. I don't know. I don't know what would be causing her worry. I know that right before, that's kind of part of the reason why I wanted to leave, is that she became a bit erratic, a bit different. And I was picking up on that, and I wanted to, let's just close it down. Let's just take everyone back to where they came from. We can start something somewhere else. Maybe these people want to come with us. But
This is even before you wanted to leave?
oh, this is why.
No, I'm saying she started acting erratic before you wanted to leave?
Started acting very... Lyra was very strong and very confident when we first met and started ruling together, and something happened. I don't know. She was fine, and then she wasn't, and became erratic and a bit secretive about things, and I don't know. I thought that it was just things getting to her, and that, maybe she just needed to be back with her family, but I don't know.
Have you heard any stories or rumors or instances of a cloaked figure with antlers running around the city?
No.
Hmm.
What would that... No, I've never seen anything like that before. That sounds like a fairy tale.
I might be. I think this is important, so I'm willing to. I had a moment dancing with Lady Emick here, and she sort of confided in me, because I explained to her sometimes it's easier to confide in a stranger what's bothering you. She certainly seemed distressed in some ways. She says she's been sort of seeing visions and thinks there is a cloaked figure with antlers stalking her.
Kind of looks over at Carl. Carl kind of shrugs.
I genuinely get the impression she believes she is in danger.
Yes.
I don't know by who. I mean, the city is said no one comes in. I mean, obviously, a lot of you found your way in, so I guess something could have came in. Maybe I should contact her father and let him know.
Would you like us to investigate this cloaked figure? It seems to. I mean, certainly to me, it seems someone is trying to disrupt the city, and probably disrupt your city as well.
I don't know. We've had people go missing in Nathor in the past couple of weeks. Not a lot, but just a person here and there.
Any people of import or just common citizens?
Oh, just common citizens for the most part. I mean, I've had a guard, but go missing, but I guess that's one thing I could check here and see if I didn't bring in the flyers. I could try to illusion them for people to see, but that's only limited. Yeah, I don't.
I feel it's.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Depeche. I feel it's important to share, since we're on the subject of the danger to the Queen and such, that I've been through many cities, as I imagine my friends here have. Never have I seen a constabulary force so poorly execute their basic functions.
If I may, so utterly disinterested in performing their basic functions.
Yes.
It's not even incompetence. It seems like they don't even care about protecting their citizens.
Yes. Bears wreaking havoc in the market square. Guards watching them run by. Oh, where that happens. I can't tell you how many times I've heard, oh, where that happens here. And then with the crocodiles, I know that I actively saw the guards pretending, oh, let's get them terribly. But just, oh, I can't reach. It was unbelievable. And so I worry that perhaps some of this, there may be a threat from within the bench. So please be careful if you pursue answers.
So, are you saying that because the guards aren't trying, that's threatening?
Oh, two giant crocodiles, or it's rushing the Queen, and oh no.
I am. My perspective here is this: I have known many guardsmen in my time. They are good people for the most part. In small towns, they just wish to protect their fellows. I have seen ones who do not care about their job, who are lazy. I have seen ones who are bad at their job. They do not even know how to hold sword properly. They just kind of wiggle it at things. These guards are not either of those things. They are not lazy, and they are not bad at their job. It seems as if their job is not protecting the common people, which makes me wonder, what is their job? Why are they here? Who are they truly protecting? Why do they not want us looking in this forest, which all the animals are coming out of? There are many questions, and I am just worried that there are, how do you say, bad puppeteers pulling the dancing strings. Yes.
Right.
Either both of you or one of you roll a persuasion check with advantage, please.
Don't make it me.
Okay. All right. I'll do
I
it.
have a +1. I hope that's not the
I
better.
have none.
Oh, okay.
So go for it.
It will be me. Oh no. With advantage, you said?
Yeah, with advantage, because you and Dagos.
Oh, thank goodness. That was a 5 and an 18, so it'll be 19 total.
Okay, 19 total. Okay. I get what you're saying. I don't know. I feel like that it wasn't like that before. But I don't know. I just didn't really pay attention to the guards. We Lord Calum brought them in with everyone else, kind of assigned them, and I just kind of trusted his judgment, I guess. And I mean, we didn't have any problems, right? We didn't have anyone go, nothing was happening. We didn't have any animal issues. It was smooth sailing the 5 years I was here, but I don't know. I mean, I could gloat in that leaving, everything went to shit, but, I won't.
Well, perhaps
we'll just say that you won't do
it. Right. Yes, not that you can't.
But I'm mostly joking. I don't want anything bad to happen to Amicare, of course. And I just wish I had more answers for you, but I just haven't been here, and
it's quite. I just bring it to your attention in case you pursue any information.
No,
If
definitely.
it was her father that brought them, well, I don't feel he would have any malicious will towards his daughter, I would hope. I've known some parents to be quite controlling, and especially ones with great wealth. Not always, but it's easier. And just something to consider before asking her father for answers.
Lord Calum has his faults.
Has to be all.
I never picked up a maliciousness with him.
No. Again, I don't think it would be malicious, but puppeteer's got a puppeteer.
So you think that he brought in guards that wouldn't do their job to puppeteer Lyra?
Perhaps. I mean, things in wealthy circles just happen like this, but I don't know. But just that it's a possibility of many possibilities, and just to be cautious if you speak with him.
Sure. All right. I appreciate all of your candor. I just, gosh, I just wish I had a clue. It's a bit frustrating. I was part of this city for 5 years, and to think that things might be happening is a bit that are not good.
Don't worry. We wish you had a clue as well.
We all
Any of
quite
us.
feel the same. Yeah, speaking of, Tibesh, of course, it seems like you also would not wish your city to continue crumbling down onto this city. Do you know what's causing that, and what can be done to repair that situation?
I don't. It was fine up until it wasn't 3 or 4 weeks ago. It worked.
Perhaps
okay.
Carl has a guide to what might be what might be happening. Or your mages, perhaps. Just
Carl kind of like I mean, this is Carl speaking. Demi-planes have and kind of puts his elbow on the table. They have and you have to keep them sustained or have something that sustains them. I honestly don't know what I mean, I wasn't quite Quinn steps in. He was not one of the head court mages or anything. I only made him part of mine because he came to the city with me. And I had to, well, Crow has been doing great and has been learning. It kind of gives him a pat on the shoulder.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, he looks proud. I'm not like saying that it's like
okay.
dismissive,
Right.
but like like he's learning, And Carl's like, yeah, but I don't know what they did, what she had her mages do to sustain it. I don't know if she has mages that are in her estate keeping it going, or if there's an object or something that's keeping it.
But it's sustained from here.
I don't.
Not within your demiplane.
Carl kind of looks to Quinn. Yeah, if it's sustained in my city, I don't know where or what. But
have some cheese, Carl.
Oh, he would kind of stuff a piece in his mouth. So I mean, if something's happening, a mouthful of food. If something's happening and something is like, then something is interrupting that sustainability, that power. I mean, I guess in that case it could, but usually it's a very unstable reaction. It's almost like something. It reminds me of spells when another force is in like mingling with it. Something else is interrupting it or skewing it, I guess is a good word. Because
This
to
is
me,
so
kind of
interesting.
like turbulent waters, maybe.
yes,
Oh.
I think if it was if it was just that the mages stopped casting or this object stopped working, then the plane would just be gone. The demi plane would. So for it to be interrupted like this, and for it to for its very essence of the spell to mutilate to where it should be in its own state, but suddenly it's in a state with another demi-plane. Yes, it's almost like having waves going in one direction and then having other waves kind of come in and misguide the others, and it just kind of turns into a mess, I guess. Hopefully some of that made sense.
Absolutely none of it, but it's so interesting.
He'll kind of stuff another piece of cheese in his mouth and lean back.
I mean, there's got to be records of this somewhere, right? Maybe we can take a look
Somebody
when we.
has to know something about this.
Yes. Lef, you're smart. Do you understand this?
I can pretend to.
Me too. Well,
That's just as
maybe not.
important sometimes.
It is more than I can do.
I can nod my head very well, but after that, no.
Quinn speaks up. Lyra kept most of the ones that knew that magic, that was the more advanced mages. She kept those with her, of course. And they were loyal to her because they were, sent from her father. So I don't think that I have any I can ask when I get back, but I don't think I have any mages that are schooled in the ways of demi-planes and the such, and the creation and whatever else could happen. I guess you could try. I know that if they haven't done anything with it, there was the Royal Library here. I know that
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. And I know that they have books in the estate, but as well.
Oh. Well, if we figure out what's happening with the animals, the Lady Amakia, I spoke briefly in private with her, said that we can come back and speak with her. And perhaps if we do her a service, we can ask a few questions of our own or get access.
Sure. I mean, if she is willing to speak to you, then sure.
We hate to see, there's several, I think there's been several people. There's at least a handful of people, a couple of people that we've spoken with that wish to leave and have been trying to for quite some time and been unsuccessful. Paperwork after stalling, after delay, and that are just heartbroken and wish to leave. I'll look over at Drexel and see, and Yo and everyone, see if it's time for me to mention something none of the matters. And so we have some people that used to be fairly close to the Queen, I think, so they've reported, that say that something is indeed going on here. The people were initially, which you might be privy to, paid to move here, and then paid to ensure that they don't leave and that they do not allow their children to leave. And we're kind of saying it in hushed tone for Carl and the King, and that the Queen herself is unaware, and that by perhaps even instruction by her father, perhaps, is being kept in the dark about all of this. And I'll tell you, when I spoke with her at the party, wait, did I have that sense that there was something like clearly magical like going on, or was that more like she just didn't want to believe that the guards sucked?
No, it was that she just didn't
Okay.
believe you.
Several reports have, as you yourself have attested, the Queen has shifted personality, shifted demeanor, and even point of view on some matters. And that's very alarming to me. Everyone grows and changes points of view, but it seems rather dramatic over a very short period of time. Very concerning for this entire plane. And you seem like you wish to help her, like you still care. And so I'm trusting you with this information that was quite grueling to pick up. Have some cheese. There's cheese over to him too.
I'll kind of take a piece and kind of put it in his mouth and just kind of. Could you make a persuasion check?
Okay. Let me
Go
do it in
ahead.
the thing.
Go ahead and do it with advantage, Daco, since y'all have already kind of been very
Don't know how
forthright.
to do it with advantage and D&D
Right click on it.
Beyond.
Right
click.
click.
Okay, thank you. And it's persuasion. Right click, advantage.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Oh. Oh shit. Yep. That's 5.
Oh, poor
Did it roll
Dacos.
twice? Did it roll twice?
It was a 2 and a 5.
Oh, jeez.
0 modifier. Maybe the tugging on his heart is so compelling that it dropped a DC. No, sorry. Anyway.
I'm not saying that I believe what you're telling me. I mean, I believe that you were told these things. I find it a bit hard to believe the information. That would require Lord Calum to be. I don't know. I don't know what that would make him to be. If he's just being protective, if that's true. If he's just trying to give her an experience or trying to cushion her a bit. I could see that. He's overprotective, but he's also an archfey. I would like you to show me an archfey that isn't of their children.
Yes.
But
perhaps Drexen can explain, but I'm terrible at this. Right? Maybe you can say it in a way that brings more to. Drexen is the most upstanding, I think, of the whole. That's aside from perhaps,
Drexel will address Quinn and what's crossing my mind are a few things. Since we've arrived, everyone's a little surprised by visitors, but for the most part, accepting. Even most of the guards have shown indifference to our presence, except one, and that would be Kelray. As if my impression is we're upsetting someone's apple cart. Now, part of the understanding I think we have of her father's situation was he created this demi-plane so she could prove that she is a good leader. Am I wrong in that assumption?
No, that's about right. He created it and gifted it to her because she wanted the experience. She wanted the test. Because it's just the kind of person Lyra is. And so
was there a deadline or a time frame on this? Did she have a certain amount of time to prove this?
No. No, I think it was just
And
as long as you don't fail, it's yours. That's the impression that I got when I went into the
and you
agreement.
you yourself has said that along with you that you both of you together have been doing a good job of running this demi-plane. Everyone seemed to be happy.
Lyra, yes, I mean, yes, we both ruled and we both had opinions and things, but Lyra was forefront. I was secondary. That was always understood between in the agreement, in the rulings, in like ruling together. Uh, Even amongst the people, they knew that this was Lyra's kingdom. This was Lyra's city. But yes, the first 5 years before I was kicked out, we're fine. Lyra did amazing.
Could you think of any reason that a third party in this city would not want her to succeed?
No. No.
Because it sounds like someone's trying to upset things.
No, I
Certainly, you've seen it with the animals. I mean, and it just sparks my mind that it's beyond coincidence that both your cities seems to be having troubles with its magic, and the animals and creatures in the outlying forests are starting to impine on the city unnaturally.
Yeah.
It seems like something
and
unnatural
the animals
is
are
afoot.
all here.
But
I mean, I have the forest in my city, but we don't have any issues with overpopulation of animals or anything like what you've
I don't think
described.
it's overpopulation. I think they're being affected in some way.
I
Do we
think
still have our
something is
link?
happening in that forest that they live in, that they are being driven out in. The one that Ray does not want us to go into.
I'm sorry.
Could we have-
Was that a question? Yo, I can.
That was a statement.
Okay. Okay.
That is the reason. It is not overpopulation. It is
So what's
something
driving
is
them out?
happening in their home that is pushing them out of their place.
Do you know of the witches that are said to inhabit the woods, or is that just folklore?
I've heard of them. One. I've only heard that there is one in
Oh,
in the forest.
do they have a
Uh,
name that they go by? Is this...
No, just kids call it the Witch of the Woods.
Oh,
I mean, I've never seen anything about it. I never really went into the woods. I mean, never really had a
that's
reason
a
to.
shame. Oh, lovely.
Everything's in the city, and everything just kind of flew by so quickly in the first, when I was here. But the kids would go in, and something would spook them, and they would blame it on the witch. But they didn't. They would talk about seeing animals in the woods. I would hear people talk about seeing animals in the woods, but never coming out into the streets like you're describing.
I would like to ask a favor of you.
Sure, go for it.
I am certainly convinced that from my interactions that Lady Amikir is indeed gravely worried about something. And it seems that your city is being tampered with, affected as well. Would you permit us to investigate these matters for you and for Lady Amikir? And the favor being, there is one particular person who has been annoying and interfering with us, and just by mere presence. And if we, I'm not asking anything extraordinary, just maybe the word gets out that, we're the good guys.
Drexlin, I can guarantee that in my city, I don't have any word over this city anymore. I can't.
I understand.
We can barely make it down here. And for 4.5 years, I didn't even see the city. It wasn't until this started happening that I even was able to view it. I mean, I could have came down here. We do have mages that can send people and things in between the cities, but as we remembered, but I guess it was just always, to answer your question without me going under the rabbit trail, I don't have any authority here.
All right. How do we, if we do find something, how do we go about contacting you?
If you have some kind of sending spell that goes in, that can go over a plane, in between planes, we could try to see if we can find some sending stones in the city tomorrow. I don't know how long I'll be here. It could be days. Could be tomorrow. I don't know. Whenever we can hitch a ride back.
Teleportation circle. Do you have? Can you still bequeath access to this teleportation circle to return? In case when we're ready, if you return ahead of us, and we've progressed with our gesture yell, inquiry into the woods, the witch of the woods, and such. And we wish to find you, can we leave behind word saying that they're okay, use the teleportation circle, come to us? Or do you not hold that power?
I have a teleportation circle in the estate, as Lyra does. We have had people make it to Nathor on their own without asking Lyra's permission or using that teleportation circle, but it's very rare.
Yeah.
So, we could go, and I don't have a direct contact in the city here. So we could either go door to door asking, or we can pay a visit to the estate.
Wave down at us. Server.
Okay, yeah, the server will come over.
Just round of drinks for everyone. Round of drinks for everyone here, please.
Okay.
Yes.
And she'll bring some drinks over. I do it.
Like everyone in the tavern.
Oh, okay. She'll bring some drinks over there first, and then you can clarify and be like, "Oh, okay," and kind of like scampers back to the bar.
This has been such a delight. I'm going to just enjoy some food in your company. I won't bother you any more with questions. Thank you for your patience with us while we ask. Of course, if anyone else has questions, please continue. I'm going to relax and just a toast to our new friend, all new friends. Adding two more, Carl. I won't forget you. Toast.
Puts a piece of cheese in his mouth.
Nice.
All right. I'll say with that, we can go and take our bio break. So come back in 10 minutes. So viewers, we take a 10-minute bio break. So we will be back in 10 minutes time for some more the Penumbra Assembly. Mics are hot.
Title for the episode: Dinner with Quinn.
Dinner with Quinn. Gosh, you can barely hear that music, Simon. Why? Oh, that's too loud.
Hello from the other side. All right, I don't believe these. Oops, I got tipsy. All right.
Yeah, the taste was just.
It's time to eat. Oh, I'll pass it along if she's, if you're away, Alec, before she gets back.
Hey, dude.
Sweet puppy.
Wow.
Oh,
I'm about to start
what a cute puppy.
dinner. Oh, thank you.
They're a rescue, right?
Mm-hmm. Shadow is East Bay SPCA rescue.
Oh, and you haven't had them too long either, right? They're moderately new. house?
Exactly a year, almost.
Oh, it's been a year. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Month. Okay.
It's so
oh, sorry.
no good.
I was just gonna say, like I was saying, I should get a hop to cooking dinner so I finish up by the before
Yeah.
we're getting towards the end. But I'll be here. I'm just gonna have my camera. Well, I guess shoot, I shouldn't turn my camera off.
We'll figure it out. Zoom has a new drag feature, so Steph can figure that out. Not a problem.
Oh, okay, great. So it's okay
Yeah.
to turn. Okay, I'm
Absolutely. And I'll let her know that you're, gonna be
I'm
okay for
here. I'm camera off and muted because otherwise you're probably going to hear some sizzling in the background.
Nice. Is that a bad thing? Yeah, that sounds good. Nice.
I mean, we are at a tavern getting dinner.
Nice, yes. Oh, tasty. All right. Hey, Coffee Man. Yeah, it's true, Coffee. You got me. I've annoyed so many people with my singing because sometimes I'd be working, I grew up doing trades work. So it's not even like office work, my dad, my grandfather, my uncles were all carpenters and master carpenters, and my dad's a general contractor. I worked for, a plumber for a couple of years, a landscaper, just doing the trades thing growing up. And I would go around singing. I can't turn it off. So, they'd be like, yeah, maybe a little less singing or humming while we're trying to work. And I really want to. I'm so sorry. You're absolutely right. And then it'd be singing again like 10 minutes later. I'm like, I'm sorry. My brain did not recognize that I was humming and singing again. It's a problem. It's electric. I poured a glass of wine, and clearly for role play. No, just kidding. Oh, that's so sweet, Coffee. You're such a sweetheart. Truly. I poured this glass of wine, obviously for myself, but also for some role play. And I had another, I had the thing nearby. I'm like, okay, I finished that. I'm not really feeling buzzed or anything. I'll just top it. I've finished it. Let me top it off. And then, I got like halfway through this one, and then break hit. I'm like, oh gosh, okay, I've got to go pee. I stood up and did like the whoop. Like, oh no, I got buzzed. I didn't realize it.
The old who stole my legs?
yeah, wobble. Your cheers contains coffee. I so appreciate you as a person and just for being here in the community. I swear, I don't know how I got so fortunate to have so many amazing people in the community. 2 of which are in the stream tonight. Like Frank and Warren are like people I aspire to be. I swear, they're just so incredible. And folks like you, Coffee, they're just such kind, caring sweethearts. I love it. Thank you so much. And Zen, I see you too. Gonna hone in on you, Zen Blade, being all super supportive and jumping in on all the streams. Oh, and don't get me started on Ed. I've got a crush on Ed. So.
Whoa! What did I walk into?
Oh, hey, oh, well,
I was
hey,
just
now.
appreciating everyone in the community who just somehow, how fortunate and that there's so many amazing people in the community. Oh. You have a master story crafter, Steph, an artist, doing all this amazing art. He's the entire cheer squad of Madbird. What you eating, Steph?
Some blueberries, cherries, and dragon fruit.
Oh, nice.
Gonna say it looked like fruit, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds delicious.
It really does. No. Oh, so we're actually all here, Steph. Alec is cooking.
Okay.
And so he's here and he's listening.
Oh, okay.
But he didn't want like the sizzle and everything,
Gotcha.
to
This is correct.
I mean, I do love a good sizzle. So.
I know, right? Yeah.
What did I say the other day? I was like, oh, it was on Monday, wasn't it? I said something about a verbal sizzle.
A verbal sizzle, yeah, I think so.
Instead of a vocal fry, I was trying to think of vocal fry,
That's
but
right.
I
Yeah,
said
that's right, 'cause
verbal.
like, you
I
need a
said
vocal
verbal
fry, Steph?
sizzle instead.
Yeah,
Oh no, my teeth
but
are
it
all
didn't
blue.
for me.
Perfect.
That was close.
Great.
This is enough to let me know what you meant. Like, vocal fry, right?
Could you run that line again one more time, please, with a little bit more
Verbal sizzle?
A little bit more sizzle. Richard.
Now my teeth are all blue. That's beautiful.
Perfect. Just stick a blueberry
Okay.
in the 2 front teeth.
Just ran my 2 front teeth. Perfect. I'll just blame it on the light. My light's blue, so that's what it is.
Perfect.
All right. I wish y'all could see it. I have an inspiration picture that I found for Quinn, and he is built.
Quinn? Wait, the king we're talking to?
Quinn.
I've got to reset my...
Tepesh. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you share it? Oh, no, you can't upload files. Which seems silly to me.
Let me
Zoom
see
chat?
if I
You
can
get it so
copy
very
it
nice.
and share it in maybe Discord, but I don't have it
Oh,
where
okay.
I can share it to unfortunate viewers. But yeah, there we go. Okay, this is just an inspiration picture. But this is
And
pretty
this is
much like what
Discord?
he looks like, except with like a green sweater and like mustard pants.
Why is he wearing green sweater? Okay. You know what? That's...
I think he can wear whatever he wants.
He can
I
wear
think
whatever
you're
he
right.
wants.
He can wear me. That's really cute.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, that may reinform the way that I speak.
Oh no.
Which I- no, I'm kidding.
Changing gears.
Awesome.
All right, for those watching, he's hot. He's good looking. I mean, if your type is muscly, really like top built.
Go
with
on.
like a
Yeah.
with like a man bun with a little bit kind of like, a little bit of curls here and there around the face and some green shiny skin with some gold accents.
I can
little bit of
safely
a-
say this is. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
A little bit of a Jason Momoa vibe going on.
Yeah, a little bit of
Yeah.
a Jason Momoa
Yes,
vibe.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Charming smile, a little bit of facial hair.
Not what I had in my head when he came down in the hot air balloon basket.
Yep, that's him. That's him.
Nice.
All right. We will get
To everyone who dreams about Jason Momoa in a basket tonight, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Extending his hand with a hot
Leaning
air
over
balloon
a
ride.
basket? What? Oh, wait a minute. Give me 1 second. Mike, I have something.
Oh, yeah.
wow.
You need that minute here.
Give me a minute.
I'll be right back.
No, I was just.
Ooh, wow.
There was some of my hair that
Oh,
was.
yeah.
Nice, nice.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Sorry. Girl stuff.
Yep. Oh,
Long hair stuff, I should say.
Hair stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's hair stuff.
Got you. Whatever.
Yeah.
I will believe anything now.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's get going in 3,
Oh, we're gonna cheer.
2, 1. We're
Thank
live.
you, Addie-chan. Thank you for the
Oh,
cheer.
thank you for the cheer.
We love.
Oh, wait a minute.
it's alive. It's
It's not even
alive.
Did you start playing Obsidian Scar stuff? What happened?
No, I'm looking at the redeem here. Madward Stream.
Oh, the ASMR redeem.
Yeah.
Thank you, Abby. Yay.
Let's get this started. I can't hear myself. Okay, all right. There's no way.
No.
It might not be for D&D.
There's no way.
All
All right. We'll get going. Giovanni SMR might not be soothing. All right, welcome back, viewers. Welcome back, players. So glad to have you here. It's great to see your faces. I can't hear myself. I can't tell what it sounds like. Okay. It's a problem with I think it's the AirPods that don't allow me to hear what I sound like. I can't hear my mic,
No, neither can I. No.
Wait, you can hear me, right?
No, but I can't hear.
you.
I can't hear my voice over the head.
Oh yeah. There's a way you can. Okay.
Anyway,
So let's get started. Let's get back
Mm.
into our world.
let's return that for when
Yeah.
Dakos gets the check.
So was there? I mean, I would guarantee this place was pretty crowded, Dakos. You might get 20 gold back. Oh, wait a minute. How much is platinum? Is platinum?
I gave 200 gold pieces.
That's 200
Yeah, 200
gold,
gold pieces. You would get 20 platinum back. I mean, 20 gold back. You would get 20 gold back.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Yeah. Because it was, as I said, it was a little crowded. So
Sure.
people
That's
would
perfect.
definitely.
Kind
And
of
then
buy
plus, you
goodwill.
know how it is. This is being taken care of. Let's get everything. What do you have on the menu? All right. So, so is there anything else? So, Quinn is okay with eating. He'll chat about different things, as will Carl, who opens up during the evening as he gets more alcohol in him, gets a little bit more, starts talking about his life a bit more. You also find out that Quinn grew up in Victa, when in the material plane.
Oh.
He would at some point in the night, probably he would definitely ask you, Drexlin, where you came from. Like on the material plane, where are you from?
Ooh.
My village.
Village X.
Not knowing the cities in our main material plane.
Yeah, just where do you where do you come? Like where were you born, Drexlin? Where were you raised? I'm just curious. I haven't seen. I'm only asking because I haven't seen that many Dragonborn.
I'm a member of the clan, and he's like, rather, I could spell it for you because it's impossible to pronounce, but it's Yurgik Tilix.
Interesting. Okay. That's a fascinating name.
Indeed it is.
Have they had that name for several years?
Yes.
Huh. Interesting. Is it a large clan of Dragonborn? I'm not really familiar with Dragonborn customs.
In the past, we used to be the clan was more pronounced, but lately it's shrunk in size a bit and has some of the luster off the clan name.
Sorry to hear that.
Situations. Some people make mistakes. Mistakes don't get forgiven, but
I know that well. I know it well. Well, hopefully your clan's name can be cleared, or in better standing, I guess. If that's important to them.
it usually is. And yes, that's part of the reason I took the path I took, to help the clan improve its standing and our family standing as well.
Good. Oh, I wish you luck.
Thank you.
Is there anything else anyone wants to do this evening before you leave the tavern?
Just that server. Just kidding.
The server. So the
Your
servers.
Kazeel is showing.
The servers have been. The servers have been pretty busy. Like ever since, of course, after you warned them that more people would be coming in, Dakos, more people did come in, and so by the time that the night was over, it was pretty packed. By the time that y'all leave, probably people would start dissipating, but right after you came in, it was filled to the gills. I could almost guarantee that you would be able to tell that the servants and the bartender and the servers and the bartender, etc., definitely weren't expecting this crowd. So they were running around
Oh.
Yeah, they were very busy.
Need some aftercare, is what I'm hearing.
Very busy.
No, I'm not really. I won't really. No,
Okay.
I'm just chilling,
Okay.
drinking my wine.
I was like, she'd probably be around cleaning tables and bussing, but okay, all right. So leaving the tavern, Quinn kind of getting over a bit of alcohol. So where are y'all staying? Do you think they have an extra room?
This rooms are pretty spacious. Are you welcome to bunk? But if you're looking for your own, how many rooms did they have?
To answer your question, the trader in chief.
Oh.
Hmm.
Right. Okay. Well.
And if they don't have a room, I would graciously give up my room.
No. There are. Oh, what did you just do, Stephanie?
Yes.
Out of my way.
I love it.
I know there are a couple other places that are a bit higher, or that I've stayed in before. Here I've had. I mean, I wouldn't mind staying in your place, but they don't have a room. It won't be a problem. I can go and stay somewhere else.
Let's find out.
Okay,
Yes.
let's
Yes.
go.
Yes.
All right. So y'all head back. Is there anything that you want to do on the way from the tavern to your inn? I think you have to cross the river, but if you're just walking, there's a bridge. It would take you probably like 15 to 20 minutes to like walk there.
I'm just sketching best I can, sketching the city, any city parts that I haven't seen yet.
As you're
I'm
walking?
putting them in that notebook. Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yava will see if there's any guards kind of following us, or the
Oh.
Whisperer following us.
Sure. Make a perception check.
That would be a 27. I don't know if I wish we were rolling more tonight, or if I need to just quit right now, because I've rolled a 20 and a 19 so far. So
Nice.
Well done.
Ivani, I'm going to message you
ooh, exciting.
Oh,
in Zoom. Glad to see no
cross-eyed the
one's
stalking.
messaged me because I have not looked at the Zoom chat all night.
Oh my god. Really? Oh, she hasn't messaged me yet.
You know what I'm doing in the rom-com? I'm appreciating my friends. Beautiful scenery, stars above, good camaraderie.
Oh, I thought you were saying your friends were good scenery, and I was like, what?
Ooh.
That too. Yeah, that too. Listen, I'm trying not to be all like, but
Ivani's a little more of a shrub in the scenery than like a full scenery, but you know.
more of a bonsai. Very a fine work of art.
Okay. Sent. Yes, yes, Zen. I'm sorry about the mechanical keyboard noise. Hopefully no one's triggered.
Nice.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you get to the. Is there anything that you would like to do with this information while you're walking, Yavani? Okay.
No.
Just want to make sure.
It's fine.
So everyone gets to the inn. You step in, and just as you do, you see. Let me bring this. I have to go in between two different things here, and it's gonna be an issue. You see the coming out from a door that you haven't seen anyone come out of. They're kind of attached to the lobby area. Let me move my chat because I have it covering Dan's face. It's just right there.
I'm saying I'm reactionary. Yeah, you know. Oops.
Right over top it. Out of a door comes the dwarf that I think that you had noticed like in the tavern before and had talked to, I think, or one of you talked to him. With the kind of like, looks like almost like half human, half dwarven girl that looks like maybe a teenager, comes out of the door with him, and the dwarf kind of yells over his shoulder. Well, when you want our help, just let us know. And he kind of looks, it kind of almost runs into you, Dakos, and is like, oh, hi. Evening.
This
And
is
kind
the
of
guy
just
that I made run away during the fight with the crocodiles, yeah?
yes.
Yes,
Okay.
we pissed them off.
Just, all right.
Yes.
Oh, yes, good evening, because I'm a few bottles
He
in.
just keeps walking straight like through the foyer area and straight into the bar area, the tavern. Oh, thank you so much for the raid, the Vactaire. Thank you so much. Welcome. And the teenager goes kind of glances at you and storms straight up the stairs, towards the rooms. Out of the door, then comes Orr, the innkeeper, kind of like just to give you another, a very strong, large, burly man, dressed in like these kind of browns and greens with this black tuft of hair with facial hair. Steps out and has like a bucket and a few other supplies like in his arms, like, kind of kicks the door closed. Goes over to the desk and kind of plops everything down. Hey, and immediately stops as he notices Quinn. He's just kind of like, hi. Sir Tepesh, glad to have you here. Is everything... I haven't seen you in... I know. I'm looking for a room. Oh, I think we might have one left. Yeah, yes, we have one left. Considered on the house. Oh, I mean, I can... No, it's fine. Please. Okay. Well, Aura will hand him a key and just kind of start putting everything back. Seems a little agitated. Not at y'all, but like just in like ever since he came out the door, it's been like, especially like after he gives the key and the interaction is over, he's like, okay. All right. As you're like starting to go, are y'all pretty much retiring or for the night or going up?
Oh, darling, what's wrong? Is everything all right? I hate to see you this way.
Charm. Yeah, it's fine. I had hired someone to take care of some rats in the basement.
Oh, so
and
rats.
they're kind of getting out of hand. But
The rats or the hires?
No, well, both. I hired them wanting, and kind of like looks towards the tavern and kind of starts speaking louder, wanting them to capture them safely. But I wasn't aware that they don't do that. They were going in for the kill. I don't want that. I don't want the rats to be killed. I just want them to be put somewhere else, right? I just want them to be gone. I don't want them to be hurt. I just want them out of my basement because
Sure.
I'm having to, and you'll see Jade kind of like coming out of the door with like arms full of like bags, cloth sacks. Hi, and start like moving towards the past you and into the tavern. I'm having to take all the supplies out from there so they stay safe and they don't get muffled. And they've already broke into a few seed bags, and I want to feed them. I want to make sure that they're okay, but I can't afford to feed 100 or less or more mice. Rats.
There's plenty to eat in the woods if we were to return them to a comfortable location out there.
That sounds great.
Do you have anything to hold them if we were to take a moment and see what we could do? I have a bag of holding, but they'll die, and I see you don't wish that. So, do you have anything that could trap them We could maybe beat them senseless and put them in a trap and then bring them out to the woods.
No, I don't want them to be beat senseless. I don't want.
I was just
any-
knocked out right. Oops. Oops. What I meant was knocked unconscious, that's all.
I don't.
Just a light rap on the head.
I don't want that to happen. I just want them. I just want them to be captured and released without being knocked unconscious or being like. I mean, if there was a way to make them unconscious without you having to physically harm them, sure. But I don't want you to have to.
Understood. Well, then I'll just speak with my compatriots in the morning and see. We might not have the means to do that. I mean, that's becomes a rather tall request. Keep them conscious and guide rats. Here, rats. They don't quite listen.
I mean, if you keep them, if you could make them unconscious without hitting them on the head,
I can't.
I don't.
Ooh, I can't scare them. And
I don't want them to suffer. Jade runs back
Perhaps
through
I'll
and
make-
back down the stairs and closes the door behind her.
Hello.
Hi. I should probably help her. But if you
Good
think
night.
of anything, I will pay you. I will give you some gold.
Okay.
Try to help you out, but I should probably go and try to take care of this on my own. You hear it from the tavern. And
Have a good night.
if you need anything, just, and he'll head downstairs, close the door. Yeah. Gwen's like, well, I guess I'll say goodnight here. I'm going to hit the sack. Do what you want. I will see you in the morning, I guess. Maybe I'll stop by the bar and get something to take up the room. And he'll kind of step into the bar area.
Quinn will quickly take out a piece of paper from his pack, write on it with his fingertip, and then pass it to Quinn as Quinn heads out.
Okay. Are you going to let me know what that says?
That's between Yaba
I'll
and Quinn.
leave it to your imagination. Yes, I'll message you.
Okay, all right. Okay. And Or would have told you, because I know Dickus, you asked something about keeping them in, anything they could. He would have told you that they have barrels and they could empty some sacks for you to put them in to capture them and carry them. He said that they would have those back in the tavern area, probably kitchen.
Okay.
All right. Anything that anyone wants to do before bedtime, or anything that you want to do? You ready?
No, not really.
I'm good.
Dacos?
Nope.
Okay. All right. So, okay. Okay. All right. Thank you.
I hope that wasn't too steamy.
I should read it in
That goes
ASMR.
into overdrive.
All right. So, nighttime falls. I want to ask. I'm going to ask this, and not just assume because you didn't say it that it didn't happen. Was there anyone that wouldn't have locked their door? Is there anyone that would have locked their door?
I typically lock my door.
Yeah, Drexel would definitely.
Yvonne, would you lock your door to your room?
Sweet, Giovanni, I hope you do.
Yeah, I think Giovanni would be in the habit of doing that.
That sounds great.
I don't think Yo locks his door.
Okay.
He's lazy to lock
Okay.
his door.
Kyo probably doesn't need to lock his door either. He'll take care of any battles.
You know, to be fair, I think Yavi would lock his door, but only after he's done his. I realize it's not going to be stargazing, but his sky gazing.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, you would have time for that. You don't see much change from the night before. Yeah, I mean, other than just same old. Okay. Everyone, make perception checks for me, please. Did you need me to roll for you, Alec?
Oh no.
No, I can do it once.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, right. I forgot I had that. Nice. Perception's decent.
17 from Yo.
Okay. And Dakos?
23.
23. Drexlin?
Ooh.
19.
19. Lev?
Lucky number 7.
Compelling.
And Giovanni.
Unlucky number 13.
Okay. All right. 18 for Dakos. What did you get again?
A 23.
And Drexlin.
19.
Okay. So I would say that okay. So Drexlin, Dakos, and Yo. Y'all all locked your doors. So in the middle of the night, you would wake up to some rattling. Coming from your door. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's right. Okay. So thank you for reminding me, Alec. Dakos and Drexlin, you would have woke up in the night to some rattling. It seems to be coming from the door, like the doorknob rattling or something. Let's see. Let me see who it would. There's five of you. There's not a D5. Alright, so funny. Okay. Okay. And we'll say that one right there. Okay.
Cloak goes up.
You put your cloak up. What does the cloak do again? Remind me.
It's the robe of eyes. It lets me see in all directions, and I have advantage checks on perception checks for my insight. I have dark vision out to 120 feet, and I can see invisible creatures and objects, and see into the ethereal plane out to 120 feet.
Okay. All right. Let's
Eyes
see.
open.
Yeah, so Drexlin and Dakos, you would have
Look
heard
around.
rattling at your door. Lev. Okay. Nothing for you, Lev.
Sleep tight.
That's not on us
Yeah.
at all.
Okay.
You just never wake up. Yeah. No. Leave Lev alone.
But nice game playing with you. See you later.
So, hearing the rattling at the door for Dakos and Drexlin, you put your cloak up, Dakos.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you want to do immediately?
Yeah, I mean, if I hear someone rattling on my door, I'm going to do my rogue thing. I'm going straight into my rogue thing, and I'm going to stealth over into like an advantageous position behind the door. So if someone comes in, I can try and get to jump on them.
And your perception check was pretty high, wasn't it?
Is it 23?
Okay, yeah, I think it was, yeah. Yeah, so you would be able to tell that it's coming. It sounds like someone picking a lock, trying to.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Get my weapons out. I'm basically ready to
Ready?
attack, but I'm
Okay.
stealthing.
Sure.
Mhm,
All right.
Get my swords out.
Drexlin, what do you want to do?
Drexen would, if he's, someone's trying to, if he hears the rattling, he will get up, stand on the, the close, the side of the door that, will open to him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then he will We roll a d4. Sonically mind, and this is who I'm going to figure out who I mind. I figure to be fair, 1, 2, Dacos turns out to be Dacos.
Okay.
Someone's checking doors.
Ooh, if I can reply.
No, you
right?
can't reply. It's a one-way conversation.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Switching hands.
Any response to that, Dacos? Like, I mean, I know you can't
I
respond
can't
to him,
respond.
but I mean, any response, like anything you want to add to what you're doing.
Oh, no, I'm
Okay.
ready to pounce when this person comes in and attack. Non-lethally.
Love. If you could make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Love it. 17.
Okay. Give me 1 second to see which one. Okay, let me see which one this is going to be. Okay. Of course. Okay, give me 1 second. All right. Nothing to worry about here. Okay. So, Lev, you are shaken from, you're awoken from your sleep very suddenly to and you feel you feel a sword kind of stab into your arm very briefly, just like a cut. It's not cutting off your arm, but it is cutting into you. So you will take, let's see here, 6. So that would be 6 piercing damage that you take.
Nice, nice.
Oh my gosh.
I don't have like anything for rooms here, but all right, Dacos and Draxlun. We're go to Dacos. Dacos, you how good are they at this? They did pretty
So I
good.
can just kind of like go down.
It takes a good couple of minutes, and you hear like
I get exhausted.
some tools dropping on the other side, and like a sigh of frustration. But eventually you hear a click, and you hear a and the door starts going open. Is there anything as you're ready?
Yeah, like who is it? Like I'm just gonna look and see if it's someone I know.
You were standing behind the door, like how the door opens, right?
Yes, I'm waiting for them to take a partial step in the room. I'm in a hidden spot.
Okay.
In the darkness.
Okay. I'm just saying that behind the door, if you're behind the door, they might not walk out from the door. Like they'll open the door and you'll kind of see a shadow on the floor from the light coming from the hallway. If you want to try to like look through, there's probably like a little crack there that you could look through. If you look through that, like through the where the door goes to like
right now.
Right, but there's a door
I'll
in
just
between.
perceive through that crack. No, I mean through the crack.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I'll be perceiving everything I can.
Okay.
Back of their head, anything I can see to be like.
Sure.
Who's this?
It looks there's some armor there.
Okay.
I would say that you have dark vision though, so even with the candlelight wouldn't. So you don't recognize the person, but it does look like a guard. Like a city guard.
When they step, if they're stepping in, I'd like to do like a surprise attack. I'd like to just non-lethal. I don't want to kill them in case I don't know how much health they have, but I want to kill them by accident. So.
Okay. All right. Give me 2 seconds here just to. Then, who was that? Okay. Check there. Really quick. They have Okay, so go ahead and make your surprise attack.
Okay.
Dakos.
All right, I'm gonna go all out here. Well, surprise itself doesn't give me advantage. Being an unseen attacker does.
Okay,
So I'm gonna use my sneak attack
perfect.
as well. All right, first let me see if I even hit. Oh my goodness, how exciting! All right, this is 14 plus what do I have? That's no, it's a light weapon, so it's plus 3. So 17 to hit. That's the first attack.
Does not hit. Oh no, wait. I'm looking at the wrong person. I'm looking at the wrong one. Sorry.
Okay. No problem.
I'm pretty sure that does hit. Yes, it does hit.
Okay. Whew. All right. So first attack. We'll just see what happens. I have one hand because I'm using both. That is a D8. All right. That's 4, 3, so 7.
Okay.
Oh gosh, I haven't done this since so 7 points of again, it's non-lethal damage.
Mm-hmm.
And with this first attack, I get to roll my sneak attack, just 3 plus 6, so 9 points of sneak attack damage.
Is that in
and
addition to the 6 point to the 6?
In
Or is that
addition to
total?
whatever I had the first time.
Yeah, that was 6.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's 9 points in addition to whatever I had the first
Okay.
time. And then I get a cool Whales from the Grave feature when I use this. So that
Okay.
does another 2d6, which is 4 and 2. So 6 total for Whales from the Grave.
Okay.
I think that's that, and then I just use my other attack with the offhand, which does not allow me to use. Oh wait, no, I have the thing, don't I? I do actually. Oh, it's 2 and okay. So that's a 16 to hit. I don't know if that one hits.
Just hits.
All right, and that's just that's a 1d8 again. Because it's a sneak. 5 plus 3, so 8. 8 points of damage on the second one. Just like the pummels, like one clean on the back. Oh, what
is there a special way that you want to do this?
Oh my
Oh
goodness!
no!
Yes. The first one, I'm gonna if they're bent over, sort of creeping in, I'm gonna take the hilt and almost run right up, hover over the spine till I hit the base of their neck, trying to knock any helmet off. Cling off, and then I'm gonna come back, twist my body weight with it, and as I pivot back, the hilt of the other pummel is gonna go. I'm gonna try and get him in that vagus nerve, and just boom, and knock him out if I can.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, anything. Yeah, he's gone.
If I see him drop, I sheathe the swords and I go down.
Yeah, you just hear just face. the armor hit the ground. Door's still open.
Intruders! I'm gonna yell out.
Okay. Draxlin. You.
I am standing behind the door, right?
Yes, you're staying behind the. Well, I mean, it's not open yet. It takes
Right.
a couple minutes for it to.
The second it opens 2 feet,
Yeah.
I'm going to take 1 step back and kick the door as hard as I can.
Okay. So it takes about 3 minutes for and it's kind of a similar
I hear
situation.
him fiddling with
Dakos.
I hear him fiddling with the lock.
Fiddling with it, and you are like, oh, geez, and finally it starts opening, and so you kick the door,
Right.
they get back at
looking
them.
looking to knock him over.
Okay, all right, sure.
Unarmed.
I guess make an unarmed strike. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. It's gonna. Okay. 11.
Jeez.
I'm pretty hard to miss a door.
Yeah. No. Yeah, you hit the door. Yeah.
Damn.
How much does that hit? How much does the unarmed strike hit? What's the things for that, Dan?
Typically
mine
a
does
single-
5 because of
Oh,
my
nice.
strength.
Oh, okay.
Nice,
Okay.
nice.
Cool.
Well, and I think is it straight? Yeah, it's just straight. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you definitely hear it, and you hear, ugh, and you hear some armor hit the ground, and you hear,
I'll
what in the?
step around. If I'm taking, he's on the floor.
Yes, city
I will-
guard.
Yeah. If he has any weapon in his hand, I will step on his hand.
Yes. Yeah, I think he's carrying a pole arm. I think. I know he has a crossbow and he has a pike in his hand.
Okay. I'll stand on his arm that has the pike.
Okay.
And grab him by the neck of the his armor.
It's a nice. So there's a metal breastplate, but there's also some fabric under that kind of goes around his neck.
And take my second attack, my arm strike, to try to knock him out.
Okay, go ahead.
25 to hit.
That hits.
I almost want to say nighty night.
Amazing.
Oh, how much damage does that do?
5.
5.
It always
That's right.
does
I'm
5.
sorry, I forgot.
Mm.
Okay. Okay. I mean, he's still conscious. You know.
I'll tower over him and say, "Do you want more, or do you want to play nice?"
Make an intimidation. That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
And take an intimidation check.
Intimidation check. Yeah. 8 plus 6, 14.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. You say that you feel pretty confident, but he seems pretty like he just spits on you, Drexel,
Fucking guards.
and tries to struggle to like. Are you trying to? You're not grappling him, but well, you are kind of. But you didn't make a grapple check or anything. But
Right.
yeah. So he'll try to struggle, and why don't? So let's do this. What time is it? Let's go ahead. Well, we don't need to. Go ahead and roll initiative for this guard, Drexelin.
Okay. I rolled a 14 for 13. Minus 1 initiative. Not very dexterous.
Oh, well, you still go before the guard here, and I'll go ahead and say you can go ahead and go first.
All right. I'll pull out my Morning Star, and I'll say to him, "Not only are you noisy, you're stupid," and hit him with a non-lethal blow with the Morning Star in the crotch.
Okay.
No! Oh my goodness!
All right.
Beautiful.
Make that attack roll.
Since he's prone, do I get advantage?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Prone.
yeah. I think
Yeah.
that when you attack in melee range as a prone target, they're all crits.
Yeah,
aren't
an
they?
attack roll against the creature's advantage if the attacker is within 5 feet. Otherwise, no, it doesn't say automatic crit for prone.
Oh, okay.
No, you do have advantage, Drexel.
I think
Okay.
automatic crit is just if they're paralyzed.
Okay.
Don't matter. I rolled a 2 and a 20 for 29.
Oh, yes! You got that.
Nice. All right.
Oh,
I'm gonna hit him right,
crotch hit too. Yeah.
right in the gooch.
Nice. Give me that beautiful damage footage.
Oh yeah. Right.
It's like peak.
Mm.
All right. 7. Okay, it doubled. Why did it only? It's 766. Oh, plus it's 7. It's 7 plus 6 because it's 2d6 and plus 6 for the marshal. I guess you double all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or roll
Yeah.
twice or whatever stuff comes.
So,
Yeah, that's fine. You can double it.
I do 38 damage.
How do you want to kill him?
Fuck.
Or non-lethal. You said non-lethal,
I did not
right?
lethal. I just didn't want. Yeah, he's going to be in excruciating pain. He's
And
not functioning.
Dakos, you did non-lethal too, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay,
Although I
so
did
I'm-
not end the family line.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Amazing.
So, is there any way that any flourish that you want for your blow besides to the groin, Drexlin?
Does it need flavor?
Now
Drexlin.
stay down.
Okay. Just completely out cold.
Yeah.
You're kind of at this point you would be kind of like in the middle of the hallway.
Yeah, I'll look up and down the hallway, see what I can see.
Make a perception check for me, please.
Okay. Uh, 12.
Okay. You do not see, it's pretty late. You kind of got that from looking, kind of glancing at the window in your room. You don't see anyone in the hallway.
I'm also checking doors, friends' doors, and if I see,
Okay.
Oh,
Let's
good,
go.
yes,
Let's
I
go
can
over
do
to Lev. And we'll do a couple of rounds with this. So Lev, you get hit with that attack. You open your eyes, and do you have dark vision at all? I can never remember.
Hey, that's a real good question.
Rabbit folk
I
do.
don't know. No, I do not.
Okay. So, standing over you is a figure, and you can't really make out their face just because the lighting. The door has been closed. So it's very dark in the room. You have a little bit of moonlight coming in through the window that actually lights up a part of their face. You see some dark hair kind of braided down, and a little bit of like a tiefling like horn kind of coming beside the face. Make a either a history check or an intelligence check for me, Lev, to see if you can kind of put together who this could be.
It's a natural 1,
Okay.
although it hovered around like a
So
13 for a while.
You don't really.
no.
It's you're in a little bit of pain from the wound, and they just remove it. Got you, you little rabbit.
Ow!
If you could make a roll for initiative, Lev, for me, and we'll do a couple of rounds, and then we'll see where we go. I'm rolling like crap tonight for initiative.
Could be worse than me.
Try me.
Say another natural 1 for a total of 7.
Actually, let me see what her. Let's see, 6. Actually, you are first. So, Lev, what would you like to do?
Would you let me take an action to grab my Acheron blade? My
Oh,
rapier?
sure. Yeah.
Cool. I will then use my bonus action to use my rabbit hop feature.
Okay.
That lets me jump 15 feet without provoking an opportunity attack.
Nice.
I jump out of bed,
Okay.
and then run into the hallway.
Okay. Yeah. So you open the door, run into the hallway. I would say, is there a movement speed to that rabbit hop, or do you just use your own movement speed? What's your movement speed?
So the rabbit hop is 15 feet on its own, and
Yeah.
my speed, I think it's, is it 30? Where do I find that in this sheet? Let's see.
Right next to proficiency.
Yeah, it's like right at the top right, I think. If I remember correctly. Maybe not.
Oh yeah, walking is right above the armor icon. Walking.
Oh,
speed.
30. Yep.
30.
Thanks.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I would say that you're able to get probably. I'll take off like 5 feet to open the door and get out. But you're able to get probably like 15 feet out into the hallway if you want to.
Okay. I don't have dark vision. Do I see anything while I'm up there?
Should
I
see
would-
me, right?
I'm just putting
Oh,
time
okay.
together here.
Oh, that's right. That's true. Everything's not happening at the same
I'm
time.
putting time together.
Mm.
Let me see. Let's see here. Oh, okay. So, yes, actually, Drexlin, you look, and just as you're looking down the hallway, you see Lev kind of burst out of the door.
Mm.
And I'll,
Am I out too?
Uh,
Sorry, continue.
yes, no. You went out of your room. That'd be about the same time. So yeah.
Okay. I look
Yeah.
past Drexel's got things covered.
I'll point to. I'll if I see Lev, I'll point to a spot behind me.
Lev shakes his head, nods his head very vigorously.
Little rabbit ears bouncing.
Run up to Drexlin, like to be shoulder to shoulder.
Okay, yeah. And just as you get to Drexlin, you will see kind of a step. Let's see.
Mm.
Yeah, they would want to take care of this. You see kind of quickly like stepping out of the room and almost hitting with such force that they almost hit the wall of the, of the hallway, kind of like, on the other side of the door. And it is Calvary from the guard.
Oh.
I-
Deadpan look goes to a
You're mine. And that's where we'll end a couple minutes early tonight. Because I don't want to get us, like, into battle.
Okay.
Sorry.
I hope Giovanni and Yo are okay.
Yeah. All right.
The king's dead.
Yeah, sorry it's a couple minutes early, but as I said, I didn't want to, like, jump into a battle, like, right at the very, like, tail end of the session.
Yeah, look at the bright side. You get to draw a big hallway map with doors on
Yes,
it.
right.
It's true.
Right.
It's true.
It's exciting.
All right. Well, thank you so much, players. It's good to be back.
Mm.
Thank you so much, viewers, for tuning in for the raids this evening from the Vactair and the cheers and the follows. Thank you so much. You're the best. You've been watching the Penumbra Assembly, which is every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern time here on Mapbird Streams. If we ever don't have it, we always announce it in the Discord. We have a lot of good stuff here on Mapbird Streams. If you're unaware, we have a Discord server, we have a Patreon, we have a YouTube channel. So check out all of that cool stuff. I believe that we have links down below here on Twitch, so you can check those out there. Let me throw up our what do they call it? What do the kids call it these days? Schedule. Yeah, throw that up maybe when it decides to go. Oh, it's not, for some reason it's not showing. That's cool. That's fine. That's everything I want it to be. All right, well, just so you know, tomorrow, let's see here, we have Drawing Dan in the morning. We have art programs this weekend. We have a couple of D&D shows as well. We have In Extremis on Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern time. The Obsidian Scar should be on Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern time, hopefully. We have other art programs during the week. I also DM The Forsaken on Monday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern time. We have gaming throughout the week, like Minecraft and Stardew Valley and Indie Game Time. All kinds of stuff. We're so glad to have you here. Do I need to find someone to raid over to?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, no, you're fine. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Let me just take a quick gander at our options. Let's go over to, let me just make sure that they're not a follower only chat. Okay. Let's go over to ADHAD or ADH Adventures, I think. Right over to them. Maybe if I type this in correctly. Yes, so give them a caw-caw in the chat. What was that, Dan?
Just thanking everyone. Great hanging out with everyone.
Oh, yeah, it was awesome. Give a clock on the chat. Again, we're so glad to have you, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.
And let me get this over here to stop streaming.